Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to fuel up our Zorro Cygnus lighter for only the second time in its entire life. If you were watching the live stream today, then you saw that the fuel was definitely waning. This lighter is not in a condition, although it will light, it is not in a condition that you would want to put it in your pocket, carry it around with you, and depend on it, because, well, there you see, it was not missing at all when it was properly fueled. There you can see that it did light that second time, but the flame is quickly waning, and then we'll eventually turn the top of that wick into an ember. So that's just going to burn away wick. That is not a properly fueled lighter. We fueled this the afternoon that we received it. That was March 3rd. Today is April the 7th. Afternoon also. So we will take note. I would expect that this lighter will work anytime I need it for at least the next month. And we'll see. And that would be nice to have a lighter that you could literally only need to worry about fueling 12 times a year. You would really feel like you were getting every ounce of value that you could out of the fuel efficiency of your lighter. So we will remove our fuel cap, very nicely knurled, and which also contains the tool to remove the base plate or to disassemble the snuffer. Set that aside. Should be about 4 droppers of fuel. There is number 2. Three, which right there exceeds what a typical vintage Penguin Cygnus lighter holds. Of course, those are only aluminum block lighters, very limited amount of space for storage. Here's going to be number 4. The Penguin Cygnus vintage lighters typically will hold about 2.5 per. There we have 4, and the wadding looks a little damp. So I don't think it'll take a whole another dropper, but I'm going to put every ounce that it looks like it will hold. That was number 5. So we may have overfilled it, we'll see. Not leaking out the bottom. We open the snuffer. It's charred. And though I wouldn't say dripping wet, yeah, not even really damp. I think we'll go ahead and try to put a little bit more fuel in it. I think that was 5. Who knows? Maybe if we can fit more, maybe we can get even a longer period of time between fuelings. I've lost track now. You guys will have to tell me how many. I think that was 6. Might have been 7. Why was I thinking this only held 4? Who knows? Maybe it held that much last time, the first time, the only time. Maybe not. Maybe it was 4. We'll see. It is not dripping out from anywhere. Including the wick still feels about the same as it did. Just chalky black from the soot. Really amazed this is holding this much fuel. And I've definitely got some dripping now, so yeah, okay, so we have overfilled it now for sure. So it held way more than I thought it would, but I also poured way more in there than I should have. Now it's coming out the top pretty heavy. So I think it may have been about 7 that we should have stopped at. You guys will have to go back and watch and try not to make the same mistake I did. Let me get this cleaned off of my hands. Before I do that, let's go ahead and replace the fuel cap. Let that set open for just a second. Close it. Wipe it off of any excess fuel that might still be on the outside. Make sure we've got our flint tension run up tight so that we get a good spark. Here we are refueling this. Definitely got it full on April the 7th. The first refueling after its initial fueling lasted well over a month. Until next time.